Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
On the return, it's Xavier Worthy.
Dangerous return man showing it here.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Well, this defense for the Bengals very strong in that victory a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And a strong run that time as it's across midfield and down to the 43.
Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Yellow.
Mahomes quickly complete out wide. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down.
The Chiefs at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Yellow. 180. Easy.
Mahomes going to throw. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down at the 28. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
And he will take it off and for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their own 26. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
They defer to Brown to start the drive.
Up past the 30, 2nd down coming up. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
Right back to Brown. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
You talk about this Chiefs defense.
They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
Here's 3rd and 7.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
Now here's Mahomes. Now he'll tuck this and run. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
This is part of why this guy's got multiple MVPs on the mantle. We're used to seeing him make the impossible throws, but here Mahomes knows he's got nothing, so he wisely just gets rid of it.
Yellow. Hey, 57 colors. Yellow.
Now Mahomes. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I give him credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, Corliss Waitman on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. A pretty good return, all things considered, but holding.
I agree with you totally. It's actually a return that they were going to be very proud of. But when you end up holding and bringing it back, now your offense has to start a little bit deeper in their own territory.
Here we go.
Burrow on play action. Looking deep here for Chase. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, his arm strength never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You talk about this Bengals defense.
And they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play, one-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Hey, 15, 15.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
15.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. This will be caught by his big wide receiver. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to add on to that lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead now stands at 13. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And it's a pretty good return here, so we'll get this up to the 29. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
Keandre Lambert-Smith, 71 yards. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 13-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Here's Worthy to return. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Now they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner.
But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense.
To the right side and intercepted.
It's DJ Turner who's got it. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well. Protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Offline, ready? Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. A quick throw there is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Burrow. And Walker has it. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here we go.
Now Burrow. And that will be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Daniel Carlson on for the field goal. A 38-yard attempt.
The kick by Carlson is good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Now, they nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open day on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Mahomes going to fire quickly to Worthy.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
For the Kansas City Chiefs.
Attack! Fight on these two.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
43! 15!
Throwing now is Mahomes.
A short one here, caught by the drive.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
4 yards. That's another Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. 64 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far in this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Mahomes gets it out quickly, and it's complete out wide. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And they sit now at 500 on the year. And, Charles, this was a team that really looked lost in that first month or so of the season. But they have had the hot hand late.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
Now we're going to get a timeout here for an injured player, and that's Jamar Chase, who is in some obvious discomfort right now.
We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and forced an incompletion.
Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And that was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
So they decline the hold, and that's going to lead to a 4th down.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded it.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Done.
Burrow looking to pass. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And that's where you want to use your big tight end. Let him use his size and frame to go up and get the deep ball in the end zone. But that time, they couldn't connect.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Got a man and he hits him in stride. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit and another first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Mahomes now to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
16-yard line. 15. 43. 42. 57 color. 57 color.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Quick hitter here. It's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up second down.
Hey, rip blitz. Hey, rip blitz. Hey, color. Far side.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And it's caught.
And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Now a timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
27, Bengals 16. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Attack!
They go play fake. Mahomes. Wide open receiver complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Yellow! Argo blue, lady! Yellow! Hey, Sunday. What's that?
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this is taken in at the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
4-yard line.
15. Hey, 43. What's that?
They're going to look to throw.
Oh, he's going to be brought down a few yards short of the goal line, and they're going to be unable to stop the clock from here. So close yet so far, and that's going to be how this first half will come to an end.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Charles, some things to like about that first half. Ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As it might, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out, continue to throw the ball effectively.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's second down. He can really smell 800 catches right now, because that last one puts him at 799, knocking on the door. 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
Burrow will throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. So the big gain, all for naught for the offense. That yellow flag is going to bring it back.
Oh, what a tough look for the offense, because they see all that yardage lost and that ball's walked back. And then some behind the original line of scrimmage.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. And his throw is incomplete.
The partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 41-yard line. They go play action with Burrow. That's complete. Lambert-Smith. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
2nd and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are back within a score.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is down to 4. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Now with him and a loose football. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. So how about this for a turn of events? They cut the lead with a touchdown, and then on the ensuing kickoff, get the football right back.
And what a swing in a short amount of time, because the momentum was totally against them. Now it's all in their favor. They've got a chance to go into the lead if they can get the ball to the end zone.
Let's get set.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. From the left side, it's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available, because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sign of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release.
Here we go.
On second and goal. Touchdown, Bengals. From 6 yards away.
And the Bengals have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead.
Chiefs, 27.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're looking to turn things around here. They've been shut down in this third quarter, and that was after a good first half offensively.
And you wonder where it all goes, and it feels like it goes away fast because it takes some time to build up good momentum, great play calling, excellent execution, and then like a blink of an eye, you're losing the game. How do you get back there again? I'm sure they've talked about it, and they've got a plan. Now can they put it into practice?
The lead gone, now the search to find it again.
Yellow.
On play action, it's Mahomes.
Pass to the right, and he's got McBride.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Hey, Ripley, there's a lot, right? My side.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
Well, how about that? The defense's first sack. It doesn't come from one of the usual suspects up front. It comes from the secondary.
Yeah, I think they caught the quarterback off guard a little bit because he wasn't able to account for the possibility of that blitz and change the blocking assignments. He comes through and puts him on the ground.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Mahomes going to throw. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be touched down at the end, but a big play on that one.
36 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Throw left side, complete to McLeod. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chiefs have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Hey, 43, 43, 10, 10.
The Chiefs will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Mahomes will throw for it.
And he will cover up as he's touched down after a short gain.
The score, Chiefs 33, Bengals 30.
Now after the touchdown, here's Bunker on to kick it away.
Some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out, they could repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Burrow on play action. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks. And he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
It's 4th down.
He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Their defense got to stop, force the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Just because you got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
Here's 2nd and 10.
15.
Here's Mahomes to throw. That's into the hands of Worthy. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
57. Yellow. 15.
Now Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. And Xavier Worthy with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Chiefs use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
I'm one, right?
The Bengals drive about to get going. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big pickup of 38. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 37-yard line. Now it's Burrow. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
A 54-yard attempt.
Carlson able to put this one through. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is what we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And he'll be tackling just shy of the 25.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The field goal we just saw has this now at a one-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Yellow, yellow. Whitey. Come back. Yellow. 15.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And a throw right sideline is complete. There he goes again. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. 61 yards. And the Chiefs could be on their way to 7-1 as they add on to their lead.
Chiefs 47, Bengals 33. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Here we go.
And tough to win games if you go field goal, field goal, field goal. They got field goal last time. Then they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, and the way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
The Bengals first down.
On 2, ready?
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Here we go.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Going up top. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
The Chiefs take over.
And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call. that ended up maybe closing them out.
Throws right side, and that's complete.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Yellow. Easy. Hey, 15. Hey, 57. Attack.
Now here's Mahomes. He's got this downfield to McBride. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A big play there for KC. 43 yards.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Throwing now is Mahomes. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5.
Yellow.
Mahomes gets it out quickly, and it's complete out wide. So he stopped for no gain. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch. And most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes, a 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Chiefs have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 0-0.
But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling him in the huddle right now.
42 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. But at this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Here we go. Stop.
Now Burrow.
Open man, right side, it's Lamb.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it.
Nice hot. Stop.
They'll try and run for it. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.